Very cool. This must be where the whale tours are going to be. Yep. Yeah, so that's the whale tours. The trees look awesome with that lighting. I like it. I've been a fan of blue lights anyway. Cool. Alright, so this must be Providence Platform. And that's the hospital. Well, I need to get to the hospital so that I can buy some med pins.
Not a problem. Another shuttle will be along shortly. At Orison Sky.
Well, that's just peachy. Okay, that's Stratus. That's the hospital. Oop. Okay. Olympus. Wonder if that's going to be like medical insurance. Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. D block. So, hey Ron, what's up?
What's going on?
Just hopped back into the PTU. Appointments only. Please confirm your appointment. Enter your ACN. Enter your account number. Genetics department. In order to better serve each patient, in order to behave properly, respect wait times. Cool. I guess that would be like for some kind of repair. We can't go pee. The restrooms are closed. Alright, so emergency elevator. Okay. Interesting little development with the newest PTU patch. I can't get into my joystick settings. If I go into options, if I go into controls, I have an option here for joystick HOTAS 1. But if I go into key bindings or advanced, that doesn't show up. Weird, huh? I can load the control profile, but I can't get in there and tweak anything. So I can't get in there and change any of the key bindings for the missile operator mode. I had a thought today about a way to improve my bindings on the missile operator mode. What the fuck is this? Somebody really didn't want their IV. Okay. A little bit of a tantrum there, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can't get in there. I'm going to reload the client here in just a hot minute. So I can buy a med pen for 100. I don't have any med pens, so we better buy a few.
11 months.
Smart buy.
11 months. Oh, wow. Oh, thanks, Ron. That's almost a year, buddy. Holy shit.
You can do math. Wow.
I know, right?
11 is almost 12.
Look at me go. And they say public education isn't successful. Yeah, I wonder if this is going to be for like the medical insurance and stuff.
How is it that I just got a founder badge for being one of the first prime or paid subscribers of your channel after doing it for 11 months?
Something's wrong because you've been doing it for 11 months.
So how's that one of the first?
I don't have a clue. That's really weird though, because I don't think Murd ever got one of those. And you know, it's funny because my Twitch window that I have open doesn't show that badge for you.
A founder's badge is a subscriber badge that will be exclusively available to the first 10 prime or paid subscribers of affiliate channels.
Huh. Well, I wonder why it's just now.
The first 10 subscribers, but only after 11 months.
I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I really don't. I think Murd was my first paid subscriber.
Well,
I think you were like number 4. Yeah.
The first 10 will get that badge. So why did I just earn it after 11 months?
I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, I don't care. I'm just...
Weird. So I'm wondering if maybe I need to exit and reopen the client. But my joysticks seem to be working, right? Joysticks? Yeah, joysticks are working.
I've been following since April 13th, 2020.
Wow. And a damn fine stalker you are, too.
Wow.
Alright, so let me get away from Orison. And then I will exit the client and reload the client at a space station, maybe like Crew L1 or something. It's green circle. I don't remember what Providence platform is. Come on, load in. Deleted my user folder because there was a patch update. Oh, Providence is the industrial platform. I really don't want that. I want the other one. I want the spaceport.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
This'll work. This is what we want. Oh, look at that timing.
Last call for passengers.
Wow.
The shuttle is preparing to depart. Please clear the hatch. Shuttle will be departing.
Pretty cool, huh?
Oh, I was screwing around with this stupid thing. Because it keeps popping up.
What does?
This about getting this founder's badge.
I don't know. There's got to be something to make it go away. You do have an extra badge. On my OBS chat window shows an extra badge for you. My Twitch window doesn't. So I don't understand what the hell's going on there.
Okay, it shows both of them. I don't know. Oh, goodness gracious.
How's your day been?
It's been a day.
Yeah, I'll bet.
The rescue had an event today.
Oh, yeah?
They, did what? 33 animals got shots today.
Oh. Give me a second to process what you said. I was like, did he say shot or shots?
Shots. Rabies and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it depends on if it's a dog and a cat as to what.
Last
I
call
was
for
thinking
passengers.
about how to
The
say
shuttle
it
is preparing
as
to depart.
while I was saying it, and I was like, yeah. Because,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, different animals get different shots, so I couldn't just say,
Yeah.
yeah. Immunizations.
There you go.
33 of them
Jeez.
At Orson Skyway Shuttle
in 1
service,
hour.
we aim the next shuttle
What?
approaching the station.
It's a 1 hour event.
Holy cow.
They did 33 in 1 hour.
That's less than 2 seconds apart.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Jeez.
So, there's a lot of animals in 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
But they had 3 vets volunteering, and
Oh.
but then on the other hand, we went to the meatpacking plant, got the stuff for 100 hot dogs, and they sold hot dog dinners,
Mm-hmm.
and they sold 1.
What?
Yep.
Oh, that is just crazy.
So guess what I had for dinner?
You had hot dogs.
Guess what I probably had for dinner? Let's see. They sold 1, so that's 2. I just eat 2. Sharon eat 2. So we got 94 more hot dog weenies.
Woohoo! That's a whole lot of wiener. We had.
No, she
Mhm.
said she left half of them with the other people there, so I
Ah,
only got 47 in.
only 47 wieners? I don't know how you're gonna manage that, buddy.
I'm gonna send half of them, maybe more than half, home with my kids tomorrow.
That's good thinking.
Well, I know I don't want to eat that damn many hot dogs. I'll be having hot dogs every day.
I can buy a whale. Large plushie for 150. Small plushie for 75.
What a buy!
I know, right?
I get 1 of each color.
Mm-hmm.
I
And,
can't tote them.
and store them on your ship and wait for the next time you have to claim it and lose them all. Ooh, there's a chairman's club here.
Yeah.
Is it open? Open sesame. Oh.
I actually watched a video while I was playing Conan.
Mm-hmm.
They went through the whole facility and all.
Cool. I just need to get out of here and spawn a
Notice
ship.
the fish tank?
No.
The elevator. You know, it's round and it's clear glass.
Yeah.
In between floors, it goes through the middle of an aquarium.
Really?
And you're surrounded by an aquarium.
I hadn't ridden the elevator yet. I basically jumped off the balcony the first time. I'll have to check out the balcony next time. Avenger Stalker, Avenger Titan, Avenger Renegade, Warlock, Eclipse, Gladius, Gladius Pirate, Gladius Valiant, Hammerhead, Reclaimer. What the fuck?
God damn heritage, man.
I don't have all these ships.
Looks like you got them all.
Holy cow. Caterpillar, Cutlass Black, Blue, Herald. Wow.
Looks like you pretty much got everything.
Yeah, it's gotta be a glitch, or they want us to test it or something.
Well, they're wanting everybody to test weapons, so it would make sense that you give out ships, right?
I guess so, but it stops at RSI Constellation Taurus, so I guess they don't want to test any of the other ones.
Or, well, you might need to give it a minute and it be able to wait for it to load another page.
Jesus
I know
Christ.
sometimes with mine it'll go down so far, and if you scroll up and down a few times or wait, it'll load more. Yep,
Yeah.
see, there's your Vandal Skiff.
Yep.
But wow, really only one RSI?
I actually own a Taurus, so there's the 890 jump. I don't see... There's the Harbingers. I love the Sabers. God damn it. Avengers, Aegis, Warlock. I don't see the yep, there's the Hammerhead right there. Okay, so let's grab a small, light, quick ship. And get out of here. Get over to, like, Crew L1.
The 600i. There you go.
This is a reminder that the flight status and hangar information may change.
Hmm.
Right now has 2 size 3 shields.
Or one of the conveniently located information signs throughout.
600i and 600 Touring. I don't remember which one I have. Okay.
Oh, I was just...
Huh.
I wasn't saying take it. I was just saying right now, it got bumped up to having 2 size 3s.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, wow. Yeah.
Let's grab the Taurus, because I want to try the missile operator mode. I have an idea on the missile operator
You
mode.
said a small, light ship.
Yeah.
Just take the Taurus.
Well, it's smaller than an 890. Hangar 9.
Airborne assaults to supply drops, the Hercules accepts.
Oh, my Vanguard is nearing completion. I'm printing the left rear wing, the left rear tail assembly. That leaves the right rear tail assembly to be printed. I had both wingtips on it, but I dropped it while I was affixing the right wingtip and broke the left wingtip off, so now I got to put that back on. And I broke one of the guns off of the top of the ship, so I'm gonna have to do some patchwork.
Well, I got my power supply mail.
You got it today?
Actually, I got it yesterday, but I've got to disassemble the case.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it doesn't have many screws, but it has a lot of clips, you know, that are plastic.
No, no.
And I don't really want to break them, so I had to find a video that showed where the clips were.
Yeah, you're definitely going to want to be careful on that, because you'd hate to have to 3D print a bunch of clips to fix your 3D printer.
Yeah. Well, the guy said it's really great, he said, because you can take the whole casing off really quick and really easy,
Mm-hmm.
you know, without hardly any tools, once you know how to do it. He said, but until you know where all the clips are,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's kind of a pain in the ass. And I'm like, yep. So, tomorrow I might disassemble the case and put the power supply in it.
No disassemble.
If I got time, I don't know. I got to go to Clemson and back tomorrow. I'm hoping my daughter, my oldest, want to be off work and I can visit. So
Nice.
I actually watched some videos today of 3D printing molds.
Molds?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, you 3D print the mold and then, you know, pour different things depending on what you want it made out of into it to make whatever you're making.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That would have been really handy while I was playing 40K.
Yeah. Well, the guy was talking about, you know, he did something and then he said everybody wanted one. And I'm like, yeah, I can make these, but goodness gracious, you know, it's going to take forever. And then he come up with the idea of making the mold for it and then just pouring some type of resin in them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Thank you.
so he said he didn't know how it would hold up, but he tried it. Yeah, it's pretty neat. And he said it's quick and easier than 3D printing.
Wow.
So,
Man, I'm having a hell of a time reading this HUD.
yeah, I kind of noticed that watching you last night. I was like, I don't know if my old eyes is going to be able to handle all that.
Alright, let's put our cruise control on and zoom in here. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's about right. Everything's still red, so. $94,000 and still got red arrows. I think last night we said it was about 142,000, 148,000. Crazy. My shields are just now at 16% charged. That's crazy. Balance power.
Resetting.
Yeah, but what altitude did you start off at?
I don't know.
Well, I was just wondering because it's the city in the clouds. It's not
That's true. If you start off at like
ground level, so how far above the surface did you start?
70 or 80,000, I think.
So,
I mean, we're still at a 90-degree ascension angle, right? Yeah, right at 90. And we're at 110 for our altitude.
who's asleep on the wife's shoulder?
How's she doing?
She's doing good. She's not growing much. And she's still not over the cold, which is she goes back to the vet Wednesday.
Magsy started sneezing yesterday, but today she's been a little better about it. She sneezed this morning for a little bit. Jesus, we are 123,000. Still got bad arrows, can't quantum. Uh-oh. Okay. Wow. Wonder how high we gotta be in order to quantum out. $136. $139. Jeez, really? Holy cow. $147, 140-ish, somewhere in there. OM5. I was looking for PO.
There you go. I sent you a picture of her.
Abu?
Yeah, I messaged it to you on Discord.
Okay.
As of today.
Cool.
As of 20 minutes ago, that's what she looks like.
Let me take a look. Come on, load in.
She's still only 1 pound.
I haven't weighed her yet.
She's not even been 1.5 pounds yet, I don't believe. So she should be a lot bigger. She thinks she's a big kitty though, boy. Phew.
Is it loaded yet? Oh, wow. She's gorgeous.
She's little.
She is. She's tiny. She reminds me a cross between Coco and Mia.
Oh, that's pretty cool there. If you're wanting to share something that's on your phone, that's all you gotta do is hold it above your keyboard and it'll be on that camera.
Yeah, it's a Smurfin' Good thing I didn't have Pornhub open, huh?
I was gonna say, no more porn while you stream for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oop.
I can't tell if it's... I guess it's
Comms
100.
closed.
So Steve messaged me and said he put in a call to support,
Mm-hmm.
advocating to get something done in the game
For
for
Murd.
Murd.
Yeah, we talked about it about a month ago.
But he said that he did, and
Mm-hmm.
I think he said he got a reply that they would look into it. They were super busy right now.
Yeah. I told him to let me know if we need to get some kind of petition going. You know. I don't know if they will. I mean, it would be awesome if they did. But I can't imagine this is the first time they've gotten a request like that.
Now, you never know.
Well, I know that Riker's spaceport was named after somebody who passed away. I don't remember where I read that, but it was said that they was named after somebody who was a huge supporter of the game and who had died prematurely. So that sort of thing does happen, but I don't imagine it happens very often.
Well, you would think that, but then on the other hand, as they start adding all these new systems, they're going to have to come up with a boatload of names.
True.
You know, not just planets, but I mean all these different factions and all these different systems.
Yep. True.
You know, I mean, don't seem like it would be that big of a deal for, you know, Mercorp Mining Consortium or something in one system, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
but who knows?
That would be awesome. I see they're still having issues with a quantum. I wanted to see if missile operator mode worked in the co-pilot seat. Alright, so let's get our spawn point set before we start dicking around.
So my telemetry thing finally updated from where I changed from the 970 to the 1070. And supposedly I'm getting about 4 frames a second better on average.
Wow. Okay.
So, I mean, it's still...
Hey, every frame is an improvement, man.
If I go back to like last month, it lists the 970 and it says 27 point something frames a second. And if I go back for the past month, it shows the 1070 and it shows, I think, 31.7 or something like that. So,
Are they actually tracking that in your gameplay, or are they just estimating, is what I wonder?
I don't know.
Shouldn't this be opening my comms panel? Oh, shit. God damn it. I think we're getting a 30K. F11, please. Come on.
ain't wavered. She was 0.6 last time I wavered.
Okay, there we go.
Landing gear deployed.
Wait a minute. I don't see the thing on my landing pad, do you?
Nope.
It was just there, wasn't it? Or am I imagining shit?
I don't know. I looked away.
God damn it.
But I don't see the little blue squares.
Yeah, but I could have sworn it was right there.
Your vehicle's being impounded.
Sure it is.
I was watching somebody this morning and they were over there fighting a bounty and getting the being impounded message.
Okay, so there's my cursor. Oh, it's just on the wrong side of it, it's all.
What is that at the bottom of the screen?
The green part?
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be my radar, but it stays blurry. I've only ever had it clear up once or twice.
Ah, I see it now. Your
See?
keyboard's right there, so.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's the radar.
Ah.
Yeah, it stays fuzzy all the time.
Well, I'm glad that they're steadily working on the HUD, but I still think it's got a little bit of ways to go.
Hey, it's got a long ways to go.
Landing complete.
It seems to me they give you a lot of information that you don't need, and then a lot of the stuff that you really need, they don't give you.
Mm-mm. Okay. So now, I don't imagine I'll be able to go into missile operator mode here. I just wanted to set my spawn point so that I could get the fuck out of here. Nope, still says I'm being impounded.
Welcome to Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check. Take off complete.
Okay, let's get out of Armistice. And we'll see if my buttons are still.
Power low.
Yeah, see, it's not letting me. The scan thing doesn't seem to be working. Wait, there it is. So you don't adjust your scan level anymore? What the fuck? Okay, so missile operator mode. That's missile operator mode. That's next missile. Supposed to be next. Oh, we only have strike force here. Whoa, so that's dumbfire. All right, so now
Yeah,
let's...
I think if you don't have a lock on anything and you fire them, they just go straight out.
Okay, so we're going to exit missile mode here. We're going to hop out of the pilot seat and hop into a co-pilot seat and see if missile lock mode works there.
All right, I got a question for you. Since we can dumbfire missiles now,
Mm-hmm.
does that mean we could take out ground turrets?
Yes, that's one of the reasons why they turned that on.
Ground vehicles? Or
Whatever's there, it just basically turns it into a rocket.
anything else that we can't really lock onto?
Okay, so it's not letting me... How do I turn this on? That's exit. Exit, power on.
Welcome to Rocket Space Industries.
Okay.
Enjoy the ride. System check.
Yep, look at that. Missile operator mode.
We're still waiting on it. Your gear light's blinking.
Yeah, my landing gear's probably still down. Look at that. Co-pilot just fired a fucking missile. Oh, yeah, motherfucker.
With that big power screen in front of you, how's
Mm-hmm.
locking on and everything gonna work?
I don't know. Let's try it from a turret. Do you have to be in a seat to use it? Yeah, you have to be in a seat. Okay. So let's go back here. And just for grinsies and giggles, let's see if we can do it from a bed.
Lay in bed and launch missiles.
Fucking A, die, bitch. I don't remember this before.
Oh,
Interesting. Okay, so. No. I can't engage missile lock move from the bed. Okay. Well, that's... I can't say that I'm surprised. And if that did work, I imagine they would have fixed that pretty quickly. Alright, so let's go hop in a turret. Come on, get up there, sleepy boy. What the fuck? Alright.
Sometimes the animations are just a wee bit slow.
Yeah. So if this works... Well, we know now that the co-pilot, at least the right side seat of the Connie, will let you control missiles. I don't see why the left side wouldn't also let you. Alright, so we have... This is turned on. Hello? Cool.
Welcome to Rocket Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
I guess I can't shoot. Okay, for whatever reason, I can't shoot. Let's try missile mode. I can't get into missile lock mode in the turret.
You can't shoot either.
Alright, so I can't... Alright, something's going on with my scanning binds, but I can't get into the joystick controls to fix it. Alright, so I wasn't able to get in the missile lock mode in this turret. But we can get into it from the co-pilot seat. So that's encouraging. Let's try it from this one. But that means that the co-pilots are no longer going to be just sitting there bored out of their minds.
Yeah, but how do they target for the missiles?
Same way. Power on.
Welcome to Roman Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
Yep, missile op mode. What I want to do is bind a button. I want to make it so that if I push my... Oh, you don't have overhead cam on. If I push the stick down, that it enables the mode, and then I want the left and right to be changing the amount of missiles that get fired, and I want up to be changing the type of missile that gets fired. So right now, up just fires. Up just dumb fires. But yeah, you're right. You would need to have a ship targeted. And I'm trying to think of how you would do that. You'd have to use a hotkey. Really need somebody else in here.
So the pilot would still have to target things.
I guess. Really hard to kind of test with one person.
Yeah, I thought that a minute ago myself, but I don't have the PTU, so.
What would you need to get it? You just need to be a subscriber, right?
I'd also need more hard drive space.
Oh, okay, so it isn't just that then.
I ain't gonna try and run it off my regular hard drive, you know? And my SSD doesn't have space.
Okay, so now let's see if it'll let me change the key bindings. Options.
See, what I was wondering is if the co-pilot would be able to target things independently, you know?
You
If
should.
so, you could be shooting at stuff and the co-pilot could be missing different targets.
Let's look at Turin Advanced. Okay. And I don't see why, because the targeting is its own little menu. See, vehicles targeting. Now, I know that if I pin a target, then you should be able to select it. The turret operator should be able to view that target. In other words, yeah, if I lock the big ship, say like we're doing like a hammerhead mission, and I pin the hammerhead to the first target slot, say index 1, I believe you can go Alt 1 to select the first index target. We would have to play around with it and find out. But see, you ought to be, at the very least, you ought to be able to use your hostile, like your next hostile button. See, all of my keys are... Alright, so let's get over to the space station. And... land again, because I need to exit the client and reload it. It's not letting me... change my joystick controls, and it really should be.
You're still being impounded.
Apparently.
And you got low power.
Yeah. My shields are just now at 25%. Look at that. Power to shields.
Power to shields.
So I don't know what the hell's going on here.
Or is that 25 to the side, totaling 100?
Now it should be 100 on each side, but it's not. Try to remember what the button for power to shields is. F6, right?
I don't know. I have it on my stick. I'll be back in a second. Yeah.
Do what you gotta do.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay. Landing gear deployed.
I'm gonna reload.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna exit reload this client in a minute and see if it's reading the joystick controls then. It may have just been a glitch when it loaded in. Because obviously the sticks are working. I'm flying by stick right now.
The wife had put Boo up when she went to bed, and well, she was just begging to be let back out.
Was she?
Oh yeah, she hates being in that thing.
Enhancing complete.
But we have to keep her in it some because her food's in it.
Mm-hmm.
And if we leave it open for her to go in and eat, well, the cats go and eat the kitten food.
Ah.
They love that kitten wet food, boy. Ooh wee. They do. They love it.
Okay. So here we are. PTU. Let's load in again and see if it'll let me control my sticks. No. I have to answer no to that every time.
Was that? It appears what?
I'm sorry?
What was that had popped up?
It's a message telling me that my 970 is detected as a stronger adapter than the 970 they have profiled. Do I want to use a suggested profile instead? If I answer yes, my performance goes to hell. If I answer no, my performance is damn good.
Okay.
So for a year and a half, I've been clicking the no button. It's annoying. God damn it, the wing is still loose as hell.
Looking good.
Yeah, it's not looking bad at all. That little wing, though, is loose as shit, so... And that's super glue. But yeah, it's nearly done. We got the two tails to go on. The left rear tail is printing now. That will leave the right rear tail to be printed. I need to glue this wing on again. And then glue the tails on. But then, yeah, she should be ready for filling and painting. And I found one of my gap fillers. I dig through an old box and I found some milliput and a little bit of Tester's gap filler, which I'm going to have to use on this because there's some parts in there. I don't know whether the camera's picking it up, but there's some parts in there that need to be filled in, some seams that need to be filled in. Whoever, the guy that designed or sliced this model, did a damn good job. He just sliced it up into pieces designed to be printed on a 125 square printer. So, like 16 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 16 pieces. And I really only need it cut into like 4. So. Okay, let's see if we can get into the options now. Come on. See if it's a problem with the Okay, key bindings, advanced. Nope, I still can't get into the joystick controls. How weird is that? I wonder if that's a known issue. And let's make sure it's not something else going on here. Let's load into the basic game client and see if it's working there like it should be. Because if it's something with my system, then both of them should report the same issue. And no. It didn't do it last night. And it's reading the stick. I just can't change any of the bindings for the stick. So I wonder if that's a known issue. Let's go to Spectrum. Come on, go, 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 go. Come on, load in. If this works properly, then we know it's something specific to the PTU. Options. Key binding.
Launching OBS.
But if it works in there, since your joysticks are working in the PTU, I wonder if you can change it here and it carry over, you know?
I'd have to copy the profile over, and the bindings aren't the same. Because here, they rebound some stuff. They change the layout of the XML file. See here, we have our missiles. So this wouldn't carry over. The QT has its own submenu now. It's not part of flight movement. See here, it's flight movement, quantum travel, and quantum drive here. And if you look at the other tree, the hierarchy is different. Quantum has its own subsection now. But this tells me it's something to do with the PTU. So let me go back into the PTU. It was working last night just fine. I'll grab a screen cap. While that's doing its thing, okay, here we go. No. All right, so let's go here. Let's go Roberts. And let's make sure that we are in the... Whoa, mouse cursor, what are you doing? Bloop. And support. Issue council.
Yeah, the other 5 kittens are going to go get fixed this coming week.
Are they?
Yeah. Finish
We need to
off
get
all
the
their
other girls
shots and
fixed.
Getting fixed.
We need to fix ours. I can't see it over here because the game is loading. Is that what the deal is? God damn it. Key bindings. Nope, joystick is missing. Son of a bitch. Yes, I accept. No projects. I gotta sign in first. Let's sign in. Okay. Bloop. Star Citizen. Turret startup issue. Let's go joystick. And search. Yep, already here. Contribute. Same, confirmed, contribute. Yes, this is valid. Oh, I'm not gonna bother with... I guess I need to bother with this. Okay. Ah. Really? Can you type there, Dippy? And done.
Aye, sir.
Yeah, we'll just go severely. There we are. Done. Reported. All right. So what I wanted to test has been tested, and that was that the missile mode is playable from a side seat. See, like here, our tree is different. Our flight quantum mode. If we could just get into the joystick section, we could edit this. So I wonder if I was to hack the file, if I could make the changes. I'm sure I could. What are you in now? Are you in Conan, or?
I'm just watching you. Playing with a kid.
Because the only thing I really wanted to do was test missile operator mode. Oh shit, hold on, something's going on with my printer. I hope that's just a support that it's fucked up with. Okay. Let's load in and try one thing here. This should load faster since I'm not at Orison. There'll be a lot of gap filler on this one. Oof. I was just putting gap filler on the on the Apollo so I could paint it. That thing's huge. Oh my god. It's about 2.25 times the length of the Gladius.
Okay.
Which is to scale 1/100, so I just didn't realize they were that big.
Yeah, when I got into looking at the scales of things, I was like, wow. Yeah. Didn't realize the... Didn't realize some ships were that big.
Well, I remember you telling me when you started printing out the Elite Dangerous models, too.
Oh,
Like, holy shit, these ships are huge.
Yeah. But, I mean, some of the Star Citizen ships are really big, too, so it's...
Yeah. Crew L1, Crew L1.
But it's easier in start. I mean, if you have to walk out there and walk around the ship, you kind of realize that's a long ass walk. But with
Mm-hmm.
Elite, you don't get that, you know.
Yeah. Okay, I don't remember. Well, my ship loadout probably is borked. Because this was a new patch version. Let's see. It was a Harbinger. Yep.
I'll be right back.
It-
Let me see if she'll let me sit her in the kitten bed.
All right.
Don't you have a toy somewhere?
You know what? Let's just try laser repeater for these.
Alright, let's see if she'll go for that. She was asleep in my lap, but every time I'd move, she'd wake up.
Ah. Okay. Let's play around with this combat one more time. Yesterday kicked my ass with the combat. I really struggled hard with the power. And from what I read, I was doing it properly. At least my understanding of what I read said I was doing it properly. I don't know if I want to paint my Harbinger to match this one or not. I've never been a fan of the olive greens and stuff, you know?
Well, I kind of get it for land-based camo, but...
Yeah, for space, what's the whole point? You know, seems kind of retarded to me. If anything, space camo would be a flat matte black that doesn't reflect any light.
Or white, and you just look like a star.
True.
Paint it like a space whale.
There you go. You could camouflage in the Atmo of Crusader. Flight ready.
Stand by for launch.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
Okay, so now the shields are charging better here. But on the Connie, they were just sitting there. They got to a quarter and just sat. Our power circle's at 33% for all of them.
visit again.
All right, let's take a well. I don't. Let's go here first. Call to arms. Accept. Untrack. General. Let's take this guy. Who is this guy out? Oh, good. He's in the neighborhood. Give it a try. If you decide you're going to load in the Star Citizen, let me know. I'll load into the live verse and play with you.
Okay.
I just want to play around with the combat, see if there's anything about it that was obvious and I missed the other night. Because I was getting my ass handed to me. I mean, granted, I'm not a great PvE combat, but
I was sitting here reading a little bit about Conan.
the movie or the game?
Game. They have a purge,
Okay.
and my purge meter shows that I'm very close to having a purge, so I figured I better read and see what the hell it is.
Huh.
Enemy NPCs are sent to the exiled lands from neighboring nations to raid, pillage, and destroy everything in their path.
Hmm.
Yeah, boy.
I have Conan installed, I've just not booted it up yet.
It's it took me a little bit to get into it, but now I'm getting into it pretty good. The good thing is this is something that, you know, if you got 15-20 minutes, you can log on and do some things and log off, you know?
Oh, okay.
Then again, you can log on and say, ooh, I'm gonna go do this, and then you wind up doing this, 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 and this, and you play for 5 hours, but but I really like the aspect of, you know, if I don't have much time, it's like, I got 30 minutes to kill, and it's like, well, I ain't no need to even start a Star Citizen or Elite or anything, you know?
Yeah, there's no point, no.
But 30 minutes, you can log into Conan and get a few things done.
Okay. There's the calibration. I was like, what the fuck? Alright, let's see what we got. I can't target hostiles? Okay. Ooh, wow, dude, really? Lost him. Where'd he go? Where did he go? Okay, come on.
Shields under fire.
Well, it wasn't so bad one-on-one.
Ammo low.
That wasn't too rough that time. We only got down to about 30% on the shields. So definitely doable. But claim jumpers sure was a fucking challenge. Whoo. Alright. So now we should be able to take more missions. Didn't I just do this?
Wonder if the ECN alert gives you a crime stat.
Probably.
I know it did on the regular server to me last week.
Mm-hmm. It's QT sensitive, local delivery route. So it's doable. You just really gotta watch your fire. That's Hurston system. That's Crusader. Let's try this guy right here real quick. Yeah, I'm worried about this print. I'm printing the left rear tail section. And I think it's a support that keeps failing. I imagine it's just a support.
Initiated. Quantum travel complete.
If this, I just hate that I really won't know for sure until it gets to a much further point, you know?
Yep.
Because it's like a 7-hour print. Come on, calibrate.
7 hours. What settings are you using for it?
Standard settings, 10% infill. I can go through my Cura settings real quick and show you what I'm using. Let me see. Let me load Cura real quick. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. While that's loading, let me go check that printer real quick. I stopped the print. There was strings, like spaghetti strings, coming off the top part of the model. So it's like the slice is bad or something. Oh, of course you're going to load over here. Why wouldn't you load where we need you to be? All right, so let's get this piece, and I'll show you what I mean. Left, aft. Okay, so here's the piece that it's printing. And it's printing support. So like right in here, I'm going standard quality, infill, I'm doing 10%. Support, where the fuck is support? Support, generate, and lines. So what's happening, let me get a picture and I'll show you what's happening. I'll send you this picture over Discord. But what's happening is it's making spaghetti string. This support over here on the side is failing. It's like it's not making it all the way up as high as it needs to be. It's like it's sliding off. It's really weird. I don't know that this picture is going to do it justice. There. Zoom in on that picture and you'll see what I mean about that support piece. But it should be printing. Let's slice it real quick. And we'll take a look at the preview on this. Okay. So there's our preview. So this support is printing okay in here, the blue is. It's one of these sections right over in here, it's failing.
Alright, I'm trying to look at your model there and compare it to the picture you sent me and turn it rotate it left a little bit, please, sir.
Like that?
I got a delay. Right up, back a little bit more. Or to the left a little bit.
That ought to be what
right
you...
Right there. Alright,
okay.
I can see your two supports on the left starting to go up, and they're about the same level as the model, so that looks good. I'm trying to figure out what that is that is in the foreground of the picture that came off. Is that fin right there? I think it is.
The fin, yeah, it's like right in this section, right in here is fucking up. It's like it's not sticking. And then across the rest of the model, you could see like this white string, almost like it was extruding out into air and not onto the actual model like it should have been.
Yep.
So I'm wondering if maybe I need to change my support setting on this. Because right now my support setting is... Go away material. My support setting is lines. I wonder if maybe like triangles or zigzag might be better. What do you use for your support?
I use the custom supports.
Okay.
An add-on in Cura.
I have that add-on. I've just never
And
used it.
I like it just because I can specify, you know, some things a little bit more
Mhm.
than just
Okay.
saying, you know, a little bit.
So how do I use it?
medium or a
So here,
lot.
so
Over
here's
on the
custom support.
left,
Mhm.
Custom supports,
Okay,
and click it.
I did, and now it says drop to build plate and wider base.
Yep. And the size is how big you want them to be, and then how big you want the base to be. You know, you can have them be the same size, or you can make them bigger at the base and go down as they go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, same thing by clicking wider base.
Mhm.
Drop to the build plate means it goes all the way down to the build plate.
Mhm.
There's also some options where you can have it turn in and like branch off of the model.
Mhm.
And then if you click the second little box there, the cylinder, well, the first one's
Mhm.
square, and then the
Mhm.
second one, there'll be circles, cylinders, you know.
Mhm.
And then the third one,
Just donate.
okay. I mean, there's not really a lot there, but it seemed to do better for me.
So you don't actually draw the supports then. You just tell it to make. This is just like an override, I guess, then?
Yeah, just, you know, you're still going to do your settings over there, but then it's going to
Mhm.
replace just the, you know, with this,
Mhm.
you know. So,
Okay.
what I tend to do
Mhm.
is use more supports, but make them smaller. Like, you
Okay.
see how your supports are kind of like solid all the way across through there?
Mhm.
I use smaller ones, but more
Mhm.
of them, and with little gaps in between them, and it makes them easier to snap off than like a big
Mhm.
piece, you know, a bunch of little ones.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay. I think the default was zigzag.
Yeah.
Support line distance 2, Z distance 2, overrides.
See, the zigzag just seems like it's a pain in the butt to pull them off sometimes.
Yeah. Well, the others have been just fine with the line supports, but this one, that's a long, thin piece. And whatever it's doing is definitely fucking up because this part here is breaking off. It's not putting a support where it needs it right here.
Well, what I did is I did the cylinders, and I do them wider at the bottom than at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, do your settings and then have it do it, and it'll add them to them, and then you can see what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And I zoom in and see if it looked like it was enough supports, and then you can change it from there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, the more that I add, the smaller I would make them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd rather have, you know, you're pretty much doing the same amount of supports. It's just I was doing a lot of small ones instead of a few big ones.
Gotcha.
That
So
makes
I
sense.
wonder if what's happening is it's not putting a support in here, and it's getting too top heavy and falling over.
Well, yeah, that piece you got your mouse on looks like that's what's fell off, and it may not have been supported. And then those lines looks like after it fell off and it was trying to add to it, there was nothing there, so it just squirted out lines of filament, you know?
Okay, so maybe we should lower this angle from 45 to like 30. 30 means it's going to support. Oh, I see. I see. Let's go, just to make sure I'm right here, 60. Okay, yep. 60 means it's not going to print any support for that. I don't know what the fuck that arm is called that goes to the back of the ship.
Yeah.
So if I drop this number down, I don't know. We're just going to call it the shock absorber.
You're going to need some supports across through there.
Yeah, so 30 degrees gives me support going from the build plate up, that might help keep it from falling.
It looks
Let's,
like they're all on the back
yeah.
of that piece sticking off.
Wish I could make it go. Let's try 20 just for shiggles. 20 means it's gonna support. I wish I could just make a piece, you know, mandate a support here, down.
You can. I'm just, I'm not really good with Cura. I only started using it just a few months ago. And there is a way that you can do it, and I don't remember how to off my top of my head.
Okay.
There is a place where you can take with that add-on, and you can, you know, I want one here, here, and here, and I want it to connect, you know, go from here to here, here to here, here to here.
Yeah, see, no, that's what I want.
And I've done it before, but I don't remember. When I did it, I was going off of a guide I found on YouTube.
Gotcha. Support blocker per model settings.
The support blocker, you can make like a circle and be like, I don't want supports in this circle.
Yeah.
And it'll not do anything in that circle, which that can come in really handy because, like, if you were printing out a cup, you know, with a lid on the top, you know, you don't want supports inside the cup going all the way up to the lid, you know, because it would have to support all that, you know.
Oh shit, I see what it is. Look at that. I just clicked the model and it's drawing lines.
There you go.
All right, so let's Control Z this shit.
There's a way of doing it, but I don't.
Okay.
You pick your sizes over there, you know, and then you might want to make them a little smaller. I don't know. I mean, click one over there and see how it looks. I mean, I went like really small, you know, like 2 millimeters and then like 3 millimeters at the base. And then click over there where you want to support, you know, and see if it looks right to you. I mean,
Yep, look at that.
And I changed the size on them until it looked right for me, and then I just added, you know, go a little further away and just keep adding them until you think that's enough, and you know.
I like that. Okay.
I think you might
so now
need another one in between there and the ship.
Yep, I'm thinking I need one. I also want one right here, because that's the part that keeps breaking loose. And I think maybe right in here.
See, there's another one that I've been playing with where it's like trees. And like you can add those going up through there, and then in like 3/4 the way up, you can have it branch off into like a Y.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And I really like that. That way you don't have 10 bases. You know, you got 3 or 4 bases, and then 3/4 the way up, they branch off and connect in 3 different places. You know, so it saves on filament, saves on time, but you still got, you know, enough support. But I'm still playing. Well, I ain't playing with shit right now because my printer went down, but I was playing with that.
Okay, so that's a 2 millimeter support there. Which means I'm going to have to clip that shit off and sand it.
I'm trying to think. I don't remember what sizes I used. But if you do them small enough, you can just take a pair of side cutters, you know, a pair of dikes, and you can just snip them off at the top. And if they're small enough, they don't, you know,
they
don't leave something there hardly, you know?
Yeah, I think that's going to help me right there, because this piece is already going to support. There's already reds to support these. I think that ought to keep that little tail from breaking loose. Yeah, baby.
I mean, a lot of stuff in 3D printing is trial and error.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
you do it, it screws up. You do something and better or worse, you know. If it's
Right.
better, you just do more of what you just did to make it better until it, you know. And then after you've done it a bit, you know, you kind of know, you know, I can kind of look at
Yeah.
mine and say, that ain't going to print. I need more supports.
Okay, so that should add some supports there. That should hold that up. We're already getting supports generated for this piece. I can see that on the plate. So that means I'm going to need to do the same thing to the other side when it prints.
Well, now you can slice it now, and then you'll be able to see where all your supports.
Yep.
And then I'd do that, and then I'd make a final judgment before I send it to it, you know?
Yeah, I'm going to have to shut down the printer and copy this card over anyway. But I want to do both sides. I mean, if this is going to work, then I'll do the same thing on the right side and print them. All right, so now let's save it the disk. And this was the left aft flap. Right? Left aft flap, yeah.
But that's exactly
Yes.
what happened there is that little wing or whatever it is fell off, and then the strings are because it was just printing in the air.
Look at that. That ought to work. It's going to be a hell of a lot of cutting, but...
Now see like on the big wing on that side there, see how like you got that big long. I use those and kind of do what you did over there and kind of get rid of having that big long piece and, you know, having a bunch of small ones.
Well, I thought about that. And then the thing about it is with my printer, this bed, the part that says Ender, is going to move back and forth like the mouse is on the screen. So I think having those long, thin supports is going to keep this from toppling over as it starts jerking forwards and backwards.
Okay.
Because the gantry moves east and west and up and down, but it doesn't move north and south. The whole bed moves north and south. So I'm thinking if I...
See, my bed doesn't move.
Yeah, see, mine does. So I think if I don't have those long fins to the ground, this thing is going to topple over. Because I did have a piece I previously printed that was a tube, that was a circle, and it fell over. And I really don't want to have to cut supports off printing this thing horizontal. That would really suck.
See, I was thinking there was more options on that support add-on last time I used it.
I know there's some kind of plugin that lets you do trees.
I was playing with the trees, but I wasn't getting it. I wasn't 100% with it yet, you know?
Gotcha.
You see it and it's like, oh, that's an awesome idea. And then I did it and it's like, yeah, it didn't kind of. But that might be more user error than, you know. I think if I got it figured out, you know, I think it would be beneficial. But I just didn't have the details ironed out. I mean, I love the idea of having, you know, 4 supports coming up and then they kind of Y out, you know, and each one touches the wing like in 3 places. So you got 12 points of contact on the wing, but only 4 down on the printer, you know, or on the print bed. And that would save on time and filament and still give you the support.
All right, so I think
ain't got it worked
those will
out.
work. That'll definitely help keep that piece anchored down. All right. So now, let's slice this and see what it looks like. If I was lazy, I'd put them both on the same print bed and put them at the same time, but,
Yeah, but
I just
since
hate
you're
losing that
playing,
much. Mm-hmm. And I hate having one piece fuck up and now I gotta, you know, the whole thing's ruined.
Yep.
So, alright, so let's save it to disk. This is gonna be rear aft or right aft flap. Right? This was right flap app. Yeah, good. Save. And yes. And now let's preview this thing. That'll work. Supported. Supported. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, cool. So now we just got to copy this to the SD card, clean the build plate, and get our print started.
See, on some of mine, I use that add-on
Mm-hmm.
for the supports, and I turn the supports over on the right off, and only have the ones I added myself, you know? Sometimes that works better.
All right, now I just got to find my card reader.
Have you seen they make SD cards that are Wi-Fi dongles?
I've heard of them, but if I was to do that, then I'd have to leave the computer on for the print cycle. I really don't want to do that. Or no, I'm thinking of Octoprint. My bad. Octoprint means I'd have to have the computer on or a Raspberry Pi going.
Yeah.
I really don't want to do that.
Well, my printer has Wi-Fi, but
Oh,
I've
okay.
seen talking to somebody else a while back ago, and their printer didn't have Wi-Fi, and he got this little thing, and you slide it in the card slot, and it's got it fits in the card slot, and then it has a spot on it where you put a card into it, and then it's got a Wi-Fi dongle on it. And what you do is you send it to that thing Wi-Fi, and it reads it to the card, and then the printer reads the card. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you're not sending it straight to the printer. You're sending it to the card, and then the printer reads the card.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
I think so.
He said
I think I understand what you're
he
saying.
said it was dirt cheap, and he said, you know, it allows him to, you know,
Mm-hmm.
not have to get up and go to the printer and come back. You know, he can just send it to it, and
Mm-hmm. That'd be nice.
so.
All right, let's check this thing.
I think it's hilarious, but my main board on my printer,
Mm-hmm.
the memory on it is an SD card.
Yeah, the memory on my Phantom 4, was an SD card. So the internal RAM, the internal firmware, the internal storage, god damn it, was an SD card. Oh boy, I just dropped it.
I mean, it's totally inaccessible. You know, you got to take the printer apart to get to it now. So
Oh yeah, I bet.
you would think it wouldn't be removable storage, but it is.
All right, printer's loading.
You know, you'd think it'd be cheaper and easier on them just to put a USB port on printers and have you plug it in with the USB cable.
Yeah, too smart. That would never work.
Well, mine has a USB cable, but it's got card slot, USB cable, and Wi-Fi. But I was just thinking it seemed like it'd be the cheapest of the three options would be just to run a USB cable to it. But then I guess you'd have to have your printer within cable range.
Yeah, I wish I had a way where I didn't have to keep shutting down the printer to reload what I need, but with this particular printer, in order to do that, I'd have to be running Octoprint, so there we are. It's doing its preheat warm-up cycle. Can you set your location every time now? Is that what this is? Let's find out. Because I should be at Crew L1. I last landed at Crew L1.
Ooh.
Okay. I think we can glue our other wing on now. Just have to set this thing down flat. Okay. Yeah, that'll work.
I did a little plane for my nephew, and the wings on it was fairly fragile.
Mm-hmm.
So I took, after it broke off like the second or third time like that, I took and cut a little notch in each side and put like a, I want to say a popsicle stick, but it was more of a stirring stick that was like 1 inch wide, but really thin. But I shoved it in the wing and then shoved it into the body. You know, and glued it, and it gave it more for the glue to adhere to. You know, that stick acted as a wing spar, really.
Yeah.
It never broke off after that.
When I did resin models, I would pin them.
Yeah.
I would find a flats joint, and I would drill in and put a piece of metal wire in one side and drill out the other side and put a piece of metal, but those wings are way too small for that shit.
Yeah.
They are tiny.
Oh, I couldn't see how thick they were, but I had a...
Well...
It's a stirring stick, but it was like a tongue depressor from the doctor's office.
Yeah.
And not a whole one for each wing either, but like a half one.
The widest part of it is 6 millimeters. So they're pretty narrow. They're pretty narrow. There's really not much that's 6 millimeters. I mean, it's pretty much a triangle that goes from like 0.1 down to 6. But there, I put quite a bit of super glue on that, and we're gonna keep working it into that crack to act as a filler. Yeah, there we go. And that broke the gun off on the top. So I'm going to have to cut that off with a pair of dikes, I guess.
Well, I can't tell you how many times I broke the gun off on the Gladius.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Or the cats broke the gun off.
Let's be clear. Sneaks has broke it off once or twice, and Milky, or not Milky, but Maggie has too. I've had to glue it back. God damn it, it just fell off again.
I tell you what, my front gun on mine, it's hard to tell because it's painted black. But I kind of glued it on there and then cut a little piece of heat shrink tubing and put it over it and then heated up the heat shrink tubing.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I mean, if you look at it really close, you can see the heat shrink tubing, but, you know, you have to look real close. And it hadn't came off since then. But
nice.
Now if it does break, you know, if the glue joint breaks, it won't fall off because the heat shrink tubing's gonna hold it on.
Yeah. I need to let that glue dry before I set it down again. I turned the model sideways and the thing fell off.
Yep.
Now I got super glue on my hands.
Don't get it on your sticks.
That's why I'm wetting my hands now, so it will, the moisture will cause it to ball up, and then I can sand it off with a emery board I've got here.
I'm doing a lot of gluing. I like to stick me a little bowl with a sponge in it on the table.
Yep.
Every once in a while, I'll reach over and wet your fingertips and rub some of that off.
The Vanguard's a nice looking ship. It is. This model's heavy though. Oh my god. Even at 10% infill. Because you got this block here, and then a block here, and then a block here, a block here, and 2 blocks on the front. The engines are in 2 pieces. They cut a tiny little sliver on the back. So there's 1, 2, 3 pieces right here. The wings 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then the 2 back ones, 15 and 16. 16 fucking chunks. Fucking crazy shit. I just need to hold that thing until the glue dries a little bit more.
Now, like somebody did a video not long ago about those JDM 3D printed ships for Star Citizen.
The ones that have the contract with RSI to do them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
Super
said
expensive.
the thing is they're like, you know, $150 for the one he was looking at. He said, but the thing is I still have to put it together, and then I have to paint it. And I think his conclusion was most of the people that were artistic enough to paint it and all would probably just 3D print it themselves. And the people that, you know, would be like, well, I don't have a 3D printer, that just ain't my thing. They're the kind of person that's not going to want to put it together and paint it.
Yeah.
You know? So, and I kind of agree with him, you know, you either need to, I think you do better either to sell a finished product or, you know, the DIYer is just going to do the whole thing, not to pay $150 for it.
Yeah, maybe later when the game gets in a more finished state, people might be more inclined to pay that kind of money for an officially licensed ship. But I just don't, you know, I'm right there with you. I don't see a lot of people wanting to pay that kind of money for it.
I mean, it's like me. If I wouldn't pay $150 for it, and then I have to paint it because I can't paint for shit.
Yeah, I mean,
you know. How's it going, Malloy?
Hey, Malloy. Oh, just printing models and playing Star Citizen.
I was playing some Ashes of Creation.
I might be playing Conan here in a hot minute.
Nice.
Because, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm getting a little bit frustrated. The latest PTU patch is not letting me get into my joystick configurator.
Okay. I've been having problems with it too, that's why I haven't been on it. Star Citizen.
Yeah, the patch before, or the patch 2 nights ago was working just peachy. But this one is not letting me get in there and change my joystick. I can't even, it won't even... I can load the profile and assign the buttons, but it won't let me change anything.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
Gotta claim this ship. I did better with combat tonight than the other night, but I wasn't fighting like 6 or 7 prospectors and a bunch of cannons.
Nice.
Come on now. Just need this glue to set long enough where I can set it down. Come on. It still looks wet. Doesn't look it's formed crystals yet.
Was that a Harbinger?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Vanguard Harbinger. I've got the back to left and right tails. I don't really know what you'd actually call them. We are starting the print on the left rear tail. And then we've got the right rear tail to print. This would be the third time that I've tried printing it, and it's fucked up the previous 2 times. So.
Ever tried putting baking soda on your super glue?
No. Why? What does that do?
It's supposed to dry quicker and harder.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I wasn't paying attention and the thing separated off while I was turning it, so. Baking soda, huh?
Yeah. It was
I'd never
one
heard
of
of
the
that.
tips I saw on finishing 3D printed projects and all. He said just add a little baking soda. He said now it will dry quicker, so you know you got to be ready to put it together. But he said drying quicker is a good thing, you know. And he said that it dried harder, more sturdy.
Cool. I think the biggest problem with that left wing is there's a tiny little gap between the engine mount and the wing. And I think what's happening is the glue's not making contact in there and causing it to have a much weaker connection. If we can just get that to harden, though, that'll be awesome.
Looks good.
Yeah, it's improving.
Yeah, you quickly learn that the 3D printing is just one part of the process.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've got some badass models, though, that I need to finish filling the gaps in and paint. Oh, wait a minute. I don't remember seeing my Crusader ship in here. A C2 M2. Okay, MSR, Caterpillar.
The the claim time's supposed to be a lot shorter now too, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah, since they're not doing the missiles when you claim them. Missiles stop getting restocked when you claim a ship. Is my mole in here? Argo mole, yeah, there it is. The Nomad. Here's the MSR. Let's see if we can figure this scanning thing out. Where's our mole? Argo mole. I'm used to having so many damn ships in the menu. Hello? I was in the middle of pulling a ship out. Argo mole. Pad 4. I can see a whole new wave of combat tutorials coming soon.
Oh yeah.
He sneaky sneaks. Old Faithful. I'll be glad when I can paint this thing.
Wonder if ground vehicles have a compass.
Ooh, good question. We can find out.
That would be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I am Alex.
Hey, Nicky Neeks. What you doing, baby? Hmm? Hey, Nicky Neeks. I'm displeased with you, Nicky Neeks. Because Mommy got her yarn out to start knitting a throw blanket, and Nicky Neeks decided she would jump up there and pee on the bag that had the yarn in it. So I'm not happy. Oh, Mommy was pissed off.
I thought you was gonna say she played in the yarn, and I was fixing to say, well, goodness, y'all should know better than that. Cats love yarn, but...
No, she... Luckily, Mrs. B had it in a big bag, and she peed on the bag. Flight ready. Not luckily she peed, but luckily she peed on the bag and not in the yarn. You imagine how mad Mrs. B would be? Ooh. Flight ready.
Stand by for launch.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Yeah, Sharon's got a little project she's been working on. She's making a wreath, but it's like a summer thing, and so she's got a round wreath form. And instead of doing like flowers or something, she took the material like a hula skirt's made out of, and put it around it, and then she put a little coconut bra thing on one side of it, a pink flamingo.
Oh, that's awesome.
And a little shape of a flip-flop, and then it's got some stuff painted on it, and it says something, I don't remember what. But Boo absolutely loves that little hula skirt, grass skirt material stuff, whatever it is. Oh man, Boo loves that stuff, boy. She'll crawl in the bag with it and just roll around in it and bite at it and play with it for hours.
What kind of material is it for her to react in that way?
Hold on a second. Let me see if I can see where it's at. I'll snap a picture.
Oh shit. Okay, well, that was fun. Let's see if we can get back to our rock. Jesus. Alright, what's my distance to this thing? Is it not giving me a distance?
Alright.
It's not... Oh! That was cool. I shot it. It disappeared. I was like, alright. My yaw axis isn't working, but I think I may have fucked up my ship. I ran into the rock is what happened. Yeah, I can't rotate the
Yeah, I tell
axis.
you what, I mean, go to your view behind your ship again. Does that orange not look more vibrant than it used to?
Oh yeah, it does. Ooh, yeah, I fucked up my ship. Look at that.
I mean, look how vibrant that orange is.
Yeah. That's
Move along.
more. That's more fiery red orange and less Dukes of Hazzard red.
I've noticed some things just look different, you know, that
I wish it told me how far away I was. Alright, well, let's just hop in a mining turn and see what the fuck happens. I suppose I could have taken a prospector out, but... So far, so good. We're about 2 millimeters off the bed. Power on. I don't know if we'll be able to crack this rock with this laser.
this isn't a finished project, so
Okay.
it's less about showing it off and more about just showing the material that Boo's
Mhm.
in love with. Where the hell did
No
I
worries.
put it? I mean, it don't look bad yet, but it's not done. She's still mulling it over. There you go. It's in the memes and pictures.
Okay, I'll look in just a minute.
No hurry.
Damn window.
Do what?
My computer keeps getting these Windows updates. It keeps rebooting.
Yeah, there was one that was pushed out. I haven't updated yet.
Yeah.
I tell ya, it seems like the more Windows updates I get, the more problems I get after I get Windows updates.
Watching a stream, and they were saying that Windows 11 or whatever
Mm-hmm.
getting banned from games because of it.
Is what?
Windows 11, I guess. People
Mm-hmm.
have been getting banned that play these online games that take like that cheat, whatever that cheat code
Oh.
is. They've been
Yeah.
getting banned for with the Windows 11. It's been banning accounts and stuff.
Yeah, but I thought Windows 11 wasn't out.
Officially, it's not. There's a preview out, but...
Yeah, I think that's what's been going on with it. It's crazy. It's like, what the hell?
Well, what it is they're hitting these game servers, and it's not recognizing the client, the ID string, and thinking they're using a cheat and banning them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I used to,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I used to run a BNet declone server back in the day, so we could play Diablo 2 whenever we wanted. We'd run our own mods and stuff. So we ran it running 2 BNet D servers. One was vanilla Diablo 2 for whoever wanted to play it, and then the other one was, you know, the flavor of the month, whatever mod flavor of the month we wanted to run. And we had settings in there where you could detect the client of the person connecting. If they were running like a cheater, we would auto ban them.
Nice.
Yeah, well, that was one of the things that our players liked, is that, you know, it's like, okay, we run a mod and we run vanilla, and they knew that it wasn't going to have near as much traffic as the BattleNet servers. And they knew that it wasn't going to be cheats on there either. My son and I used to run it way back in the day, and we never charged for access. It was always like, oh, you seem pretty cool. You know, we keep it on the, you know, the inside track. So you had to know one of us or know one of the regular players to get in, so it wasn't just everybody in the world that we got in. So
No.
I miss running it sometimes.
We're working on me.
No.
I seem to be having more and more problems with Discord here lately.
Discord's having more and more problems. It ain't just you, buddy.
Well, you were in the middle of talking and just it cut out.
Malay, were you able to hear me okay earlier, or was it, or did I just cut out? I guess I could rewind the stream and find out later.
Well, I looked over at your stream and I could still see your mouth moving, but I was like, well, Discord.
Well, I don't see any changes on mining. The scanning seems to be a little easier in the mining turret, to be truthful with you. Point it at the rock and go. And I don't see the material turning into inert either, which it was doing before.
Mining that good old corundum.
You know it, buddy. High value shit here.
What you gonna do with all that money?
Well, I was hoping that I could scan this way, but it looks like you just get the little blue sparklies. I'm going to have to rebind a key because I had to hit tab to scan. Okay. Not bad. It's going to take me a little while to get used to the new scanning interface.
So did you find any difference with changing your graphics settings now?
Hello? Are you going to open up for me, or are we just going to crash here? I've got terrain tessellation at low, scattered object at low, and planet volumetric left at the defaults high. I haven't noticed a huge performance gain from doing that. Oh, 30K. What a surprise.